You know what I loved was the halftime vision of David Teague giving his players an absolute spray. I've accused him of being too nice all year, and they conceded 5 goals to 0 in that second term. 18 times it's a 30-point swing under David Teague. And finally, he's had enough, and we saw some emotion. We've seen Chris Fagan do it this year. The best coaches are ruthless, and he gave it to them, Bill, at half-time, and they responded. So I thought it was a sign of maturity from David Teague, who's clearly had enough of those inconsistent run-ons.
You're not claiming that, are you, Kane? You're not claiming that your criticism sparked him into a bit of fury?
Yes, it did.
He's a big watcher of the Sunday Footy Show, TJ.
All right, Damo.
Yeah, look, it's ultimately been a disappointing year in the eyes of many when it comes to Carlton's performances. David Teague and others, though, feel they're going okay. Teague, post-match.
The second quarter cost us. We won a bit of the ball early, but we chose to handball. The rain came in and got wet and slippery, and I thought they used the ball a little bit better than us. Unfortunately, it's happened too often for us, and we've got to get better. We need to be stronger and harder with each other.
What a player Cade Simpson has been. And again last night, he kicked a great goal, but he copped one early. He copped the Falcon early, Cade Simpson, in the wet. He's copped a few this year. Just a little bit of a head knock there, so he went down, but not long after that. Kicked a brilliant running goal. And it'll be a shame to not see him out there next year, because he has been a mainstay in that defensive end, been a wonderful player, courageous player. Loved watching Cade Simpson play, and I thought he set himself off beautifully again last night. Played the game the way that Cade Simpson knows, and walking off here with his teammates, as you can imagine, very emotional. Matty Cruiser comes out to meet him. This was a good moment as well, Lordo.
Where's Bill Chambers? The third most games ever played at Carlton, behind Craig Bradley and Bruce Dool. So that's a good effort.
In AFL, there's a lot of guys that hang on, and obviously you're a long time retired, but I think he has gone out at the perfect time. And I think there's some other players that have got to be very, very careful that they're hanging on for dear life, can't say goodbye, and then your legacy gets hurt a little bit later.
The money's too good. Money comes into it. There's no doubt about that.
Damo, would Eddie Betts be one of those players that Lordo might be alluding to?
I feel he is, TJ. I do expect him to play into 2021, but clearly there is some unknown about that. We on Triple M Footy on Friday night spoke with Chris Judd, the football director of the Blues, and I was more confused about his situation after a conversation we had.
It certainly was, Damo, and we'll go to that grab now on Friday night. I thought they were going to throw to the grab after Damo set it up.
That's all right.
But here it is.
You don't need to make an announcement given he is contracted.
I don't think that's factually correct, Damien, that he's contracted.
Will it be Eddie Betts' last game?
I'm not going to give a running commentary on this man. It's just not appropriate to do. It's not my role. That's the role for other people at the club, Damien.
You've given me reason, though, to ask subsequent questions about Eddie Betts right now, though.
I've given you reasons?
Yeah.
Well, whoop-de-doo.
Oh.
What did he say? Whoop-de-doo.
Jeez.
Is he reading something?
Damo, can I ask you, why are we playing that when Eddie Betts has been confirmed that he's going on, isn't he?
It hasn't been confirmed. That's the director of the Carlton Footy Club, football director of the Carlton Footy Club, who wouldn't engage in it. Look, I feel it's because of the lack of knowledge the clubs have when it comes to list numbers, and more importantly, in Eddie Betts' case, what the clubs can pay the players in totality. So I think that's the reason it hasn't been announced. But it certainly hasn't come from Carlton that it's guaranteed yet that he's going around.
But as dramatic as that particular grab was, and that's the first time I've heard it, Damo, what did you want Chris Judd to do? Announce it there and then?
Well, he is in charge of the footy department, TJ. I just thought it was part of the conversation. It was a pretty simple situation to me. Either plays on next year or he doesn't. And clearly, that is yet to be absolutely ratified. Personally, I think he will. I think there's enough conversation behind the scenes. But his form hasn't been good. And this conversation, as we started it, was around Cade Simpson exiting the club. And that was a mutual decision in the end. At one stage of this season, Cade did want to go around again, but he respected the club's wishes when they had the conversations. And Eddie Betts, though, he does want to go around again, and he's quite adamant that he will.